Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so there's been an update on X Twitter where Elon had made a change. Basically, it shows all the location of each page where they are located. And this has caused and stirred a lot of problems online. Okay. It caused a lot of problems in the hip hop community and also in politics. So we're going to discuss hip hop only. And so these pages shows where they are based or I guess created, right? So there is a lot of pages from Kendrick Lamar fans where he's a pretty much a international star, so he has fan pages all over the world. Well, Drake fans jump jump on this wave and try to get ahead of the story, and so just so they can blame Kendrick Lamar fans and then Kendrick Lamar as well. So we gonna let fantastic hip hop lead the way. And let's start. And so let's talk about it.
All centered around a new update that's went down on Twitter and will now reveals the region that every account on the platform is from. And from here on out, this is where the trouble starts. As after everybody is seeing how a lot of pages, and let's just focus in on hip hop, well, so many of the biggest hip hop outlets are not from America, and in a lot of cases, we have seen names and pages act like they are from America when they're not. Well, listen, while there is an actual conversation that needs to be had about how people are cosplaying from places that they are not from and people that they are not like, and well, just with that, there is a very troubling precedent that sets. As usual, for the biggest crew of losers out there in the Drake OVO academics and just this whole loser sphere legion of lames community, they saw this problem, and as they have lost literally every single thing, and anytime Drake steps on the mic or does anything directly, or any other rapper does anything that has beef with Drake, well, he ends up getting humiliated because Drake can't hold his own against any of his competition in.
Nobody at all. He can't hold his own at all. So, oh yes, when I told you these OV hoes had a field day in academics, academics is so foul. He is so disgusting. He's such a disgusting human being. Right? So the propaganda he's continuously trying to push on Kendrick Lamar is so sad. Okay? So you got these Drake fans, like I said, trying to push propaganda, got ahead of the story and trying to push um this narrative that Kendrick Lamar fans are from all over the world instead of America. So you got fans from Africa, you got fans from Europe, you got fans from Asia, you even got fans from India. And there was this one account from India. Oh my goodness. Once they found that account, they had a field day with that account. And they was just spreading all kinds of nasty narrative.
Any of the actual categories that he should be competing in? Well, with this, these keyboard warriors had to do what they do. And well, despite the fact that half of the big OVO pages are from places which we are not even going to get into because we don't have enough time, they made these weird edits and collages of all of these Kendrick Lamar pages and just people in.
Okay, so here's all some of these accounts. So Portugal, Brazil, West Asia, Europe. And Drake fans, all of the pages are not even from America. They're not even from the US. They from all over as well, in Canada as well, UK. But hey, let them tell it. No, they pushed all the negative um narrative on Kendrick Lamar because it was GNX tour. I mean, not GNX tour. GNX anniversary, 1 year anniversary was a couple of days ago. So they're trying to take this opportunity to just downplay anything positive about Kendrick Lamar because he was getting so much love online on X, and all the fans was praising him. The media, the media pages was posting about GNX, and it was too much for them. It was too much for Drake. He couldn't take all the positivity that Kendrick Lamar was getting, so they took this as an opportunity to shut it down.
General that are, well, not from America. And with this, they tried to have this big gotcha moment, which is now saying that the people that were supporting Not Like Us and saying that Drake doesn't really have the identity to be in hip hop or to say the things that he does, well, they've been liars, bots, and machines all along. And as some of
Mm-hmm.
the pages have been from India, which, just by the way, this is where things are going to get weird. And this is where we are about to go off on Drake because, as the leader of his fandom, he did something really irresponsible, really immature, really disgusting, and really pathetic, even for his standards. Well, now, what the Drake stands have decided to do, despite their fan base being in the same exact predicament, as really this is an issue that's bigger than a rap beef if you actually want to look at the problem, because it extends to much more serious conversations, topics, and things as well, but they don't care about that. And what now the Drake stands have done for the past 2 days is, well, acted like the whole beef is flipped and they actually won things because everything with Kendrick Lamar that has supported him made him look good, and, well, just given him any sort of momentum to have the run that he did in their eyes has all come from bots in India that are cosplaying, as
Yep.
they would say, the quote unquote culture.
Exactly. They hate that word. Culture, the minute they hear that word, they go crazy. They are sick to their stomach. They cannot stand that word culture, okay? They don't like it. So now they're trying to flip Not Like Us, saying Not Like Us cannot be used because all Kendrick fan pages are from India. There's only one or two fan page from India, and that's it. So, but they lump them all together, okay? And and pretty much saying that Kendrick fans is not allowed to sing the song Not Like Us because Not Like Us, they're trying to make it a black and white thing instead of a Drake and Kendrick thing. It's just a beef, and they can't get over it. They can't get over the fact that Kendrick Lamar whooped Drake ass so bad, and and they are down so bad to the point they can't get over it.
And this isn't just jokes at this point, but the groupthink has gotten so pathetic from these people that, well, they are sharing some really nasty things around, which I'm not even going to go into in full, but it's just an
Here's the account that I was talking about. High Power. He had a profile of Kendrick Lamar. Profile. Well, his profile was originally Kendrick Lamar. Now it's changed to TDE because they hound this man. Okay, they freaking went off on this page. I guess because he had quote the lyrics. What was it? I don't want to hear you say nigga no more. So he had put the N word with asterisks beside it. He didn't spell the whole thing out, but they had a field day with this account, right? He had to come out and apologize and everything because they are losing their shit. Okay? So just because he's from India, you'll be like, oh my God, he's using the N-word and he's not even from America. He's not black American. How dare he? Kendrick Lamar fans are bots. They are from everywhere outside of the United States. They don't belong in the culture. And knowing they hate the word culture. But hey, anything to prove their point, right? It was so gross.
absolutely disgusting way to talk about any group of people, and
Mm-hmm.
things have just gone out of control from here. As you can see this right here, they keep sharing around images like this, and, well, now what is happening is they are using this opportunity of finding out that Kendrick Lamar has some fans and people who talk about him that are all around the world and not just in America.
It's so funny because they were the main ones saying that Kendrick Lamar had no fan base outside of the US. Outside of the West Coast, nobody listens to Kendrick Lamar, right? You saying this man is not a freaking global superstar. He don't have any international, he does not have an international fan base. Now you come across that majority of his fan pages are internationally, are they are not in the US. They are not based in the US. Now you have trying to flip the narrative, be like, oh, now none of Kendrick fans listens to him in the US. They are from Africa. They are from India. You see how they always change the narrative to fit their point? Is one minute he has no fans outside of the country, and the next minute he's only known on the West Coast.
Well, again, to keep things at the very least to be hateful and disgusting. And now where Drake comes in. Well, now, after seeing his fan pages use this to try and have the gotcha moment that they have needed to flip the results and narrative of the beef in any way to try and give them a positive look, well, now Drake has now been on social media and he has been making sure, well, to just like and show his support for any of these posts, well, that is taking down Kendrick Lamar and his fan base in this completely false way. But even worse than that is just spreading around the worst things and the worst lies you can on entire groups of people. As let's just look at this right here. This is from one of the loser Drake pages, and they put this up. TDE's most influential Twitter account, which claimed to be a black man from Compton, has been revealed to be based in India. And then
He never claimed to be a black man from Compton at all.
says this page used to deny Drake's blackness. And with Drake liking this post, which I mean, you can see the image of Kendrick Lamar, but well, this generated version of him, and then all of these people who, again, are supposed to be these generated images of, well, people in India. Well, overall, and now
They are so disgusting. And Drake liking that comment, liking that page, he's even more gross. How you such a big superstar, but you constantly live online. You constantly liking pictures, liking posts, making tweets, making posts. Like, dude, how do you have so much time on your hands? How do you have so much time on your hands? Be like a Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar have not said one word, not one single word since the beef outside of music. Not one post, not one tweet, not one like, nothing at all. And here comes Drake. Whenever Kendrick Lamar's name is trending, anything positive that's being mentioned about Kendrick Lamar, here he comes. He want to champion his fans to let his fans know, I'm watching you. I see it. So he's gonna like the picture. He's gonna like the post, so he can let them know, hey, I'm looking. I bet you he was laughing. He was having a field day with this whole situation. I bet you he was laughing. Cause that's the type of person he is. He is disgusting. And his fans is the same way. And we always, Kendrick fans, the Can folk, we always gotta play deep. We always gotta be on defense. We don't mess with none of these pages. We don't mess with none of the fan bases. They mess with us. We always got to play defense, and so to defend Kendrick name. We're not gonna let y'all go around and just talk about the man any kind of way, thinking he don't have no fans to back him, and just like trying to dismiss him. That's not gonna work. So there's a whole back and forth, and it's been a freaking mess.
you see the result of Drake supporting it, which is just leading to more and more disgusting and awful things to say about any group. As well, I gotta show these things just to really show how awful these people are, but you can see what the Drake stands are putting out, and they are just doing some genuinely awful stuff that is just disgusting to perpetuate about anybody in general. Well,
Mm-hmm.
overall now, with Drake liking this, and people have seen his name popping up on more and more stuff, which is perpetuating garbage, let's just break down what we are seeing here, which is showing that from quote unquote one of the biggest artists in the world, his ego has gotten taken down so much and he is so desperate for a win that he is now publicly endorsing messages, images, and thoughts that will, in the process of trying to take down Kendrick Lamar, are
That would never happen. He is so desperate. but it would never happen. He would never take Kendrick Lamar down. Maybe somebody else, but it won't be him.
Being extremely hateful to entire countries of people, which the main target here has been India. And I mean, coming from the guy who said the absolutely ignorant thing about how Kendrick Lamar raps on the beginning of Family Matters, it shouldn't be a surprise that he is stooping this low and speaking this arrogantly about people, well, to try and boost up and benefit his own image? Just to see Drake engaging with these generated slop posts that are spewing the most hateful things and, well, are just reaffirming it in a way that is going beyond a subliminal message. And, well, now all of Drake's fans are running around and using this opportunity of finding out that really a few people, well, we're both from other places talking about hip hop and then pretending to be from America in the process, which really was the problem. And again, there are Drake fans who are also offenders of this as well.
Exactly. They are the same. None of Drake fan pages are from America at all. They from like UK, Canada, everywhere around the world. Africa. One of them from Israel. He has fans. He have fan pages from everywhere. And they got the nerve to make fun of Kendrick Lamar fans from being all over the world by saying he was not an international superstar or a global superstar. Now they're trying to flip the narrative that they should not sing not like us. Okay, they are so bothered by it. And Drake, this obsession that Drake has with Kendrick Lamar and his fans are obsessed with Kendrick. There's not one day that can go by and his fans does not push some kind of narrative against Kendrick Lamar. Not one day that passes.
Well, to look at this the way they are, which it's not even about anything right at this point, and it's just being used to again spread things around like this, which I don't have to explain anymore. You can see how they are clearly disgusting and spreading hate to people for no reason. Well, overall, with this, we can see what is happening here, which is that for Drake, his fans, and everything that pumps the propaganda machines that he loves to use so much, well, they have really failed to the point where now we are at the point where Drake's biggest moves are doing stuff like this, which I mean, just in of itself, when we see where this guy was a year or even 2 years ago to now, that just shows how far this guy has fallen and how pathetic and disgusting he has become out front, but also for all the OVO community that Drake is championing right now, because they are saying that, well, this little thing, which they have really turned into a big lie, is exposing how Kendrick Lamar faked every single thing in the beef and that he never had any real success. And now the J. Cole fans are coming out and saying Port Antonio aged so well, and it's...
You gotta be kidding me. J. Cole fans, I be seeing that mess. I be seeing that mess. J. Cole fans only trying to act strong when they hide behind the OVOs. Also when they hide behind the barbs. Because sometimes the barbs be joining in with the OVOs. So they're trying to come at Kendrick Lamar fans. So that's the only time J. Cole fans come out. And they will try to hit a jab and go back running and hiding behind Drake fans. That's it. And it's so surprising that they would even try to come out and enjoy it because they can't go toe to toe with Kendrick fans at all. So I don't be paying them any mind.
told everybody the truth, which, like, can we stop doing? Because it's honestly almost even more annoying than Drake hearing this annoying J. Cole song come out, where he is just lying more and more on the guy that he's clearly jealous of, despite whatever nice guy grift he tries to pull. Well, it's just so annoying to hear the J. Cole stans try to act like they are all right. But speaking of being annoying, things did not stop there, as one of the most annoying mouthpieces of this whole thing, right alongside Cupcake Drake, well, has been his buddy, the DoorDash Hall of Famer, none other than DJ Academics. And with what Ak has said about this, he has really managed to outdo himself in terms of how weird and disgusting he looks, which I am just gonna play what he said because I can't even put it into words. So I'm just gonna let you know, brace yourselves for this literal audio trash.
The X streets have been in shambles since he unleashed a new feature that allowed you to figure out where your favorite Twitter account was based in and where the who were tweeting from. Come to find out, a lot of the people who used to be arguing with big academics, these people used to tell me, yo, the reason why you don't get it is because you not really into the culture. You don't know about Compton. There's a lot of accounts masquerading as pro Kendrick, pro FBA type of accounts that was anti-Drake and this international, influence that Drake seems to have, because it was all about black power and black people, and the entire sentiment behind songs like Not Like Us was reminding people that people who weren't cultural was not like us. Come to find out, 99.9% of Kendrick big Twitter stan accounts are in Mumbai, India, Baghdad, Iraq. Got some of these Bangladesh. Got a few in Dagestan. I know, Dagestan. This is what. So when you're arguing with a K-bot, this, like, thank you, come again. This is cooking up a pot of curry, praying to goats and cows. Chat, Elon has up the game. It up. Not even half, 99.9%. If somebody says, oh, I'm on Sloss and bumping that new Kendrick, it's a bot from Pakistan. Pakistan tweeting up a storm. Drake, you need to file that guy appeal, man. Elon just gave you the proof, man. Bot like us, they're really bot like us. You got all of Kendrick fans. They're not even in the United States. They're all in the Middle East. They got one. He says every post. Clicked on it. Saudi Arabia. Holy. See the. He loves to quote tweet me. This is probably in some Middle Eastern country rubbing mud and cow on his face.
And with this, you see the problem.
This man is such trash. All he likes to do is spew garbage. I didn't want to stop it. I wanted I wanted y'all to hear the whole thing. He is so disgusting. And he keeps saying 99% of Kendrick fans or fan pages were from India, and that's a lie. You see what I mean? All he does is lie and spread lies. It was only like one or two pages that's from India. Now he's saying they from Pakistan. Um, what was the other one? India. I just cannot handle this man lies and the garbage that he just spreads around.
See how irresponsibly academics is talking, and you see how even with the issue in of itself, well, he is taking the actual principle of what's wrong and he's turning it and really just devolving it all into something where he is just making disgusting comments about people that are ultimately just spreading negative ideas and hate onto them that are
Exactly.
completely unwarranted and undeserved, especially when you see what the actual point of this conversation is all about, which is none other than Kendrick Lamar, and just being upset, delusional, and pathetic about the fact that he won in the rap beef against Drake, because at the end of the day,
That's what it is. Because Drake got his ass whooped by Kendrick Lamar so bad they cannot get over it. Drake can't get over it. Academics is obsessed with Kendrick Lamar. He keeps saying Kendrick Lamar fans needs to drop this beef, but he can't stop talking about it. That's All he does is talk about it non-stop, y'all. He discussed Kendrick Lamar every single chance he gets. He talks about Kendrick Lamar. He is obsessed with Kendrick Lamar. All of them are. His fans, Drake, and Drake fans, and academic fans. They can't stop. They can't get over this ass whooping.
All this is about. And so, just seeing academics really do this and all the Drake stands clap like the loser group thinkers that they are, it has brought me to one conclusion only, which we really have to face right now. Which, listen, I don't care how it comes off, I don't care how it sounds, and I don't care if they don't like it, because everything's off the table after this, but I have to say it. Well, overall, with this, and back to the Drake fans, Drake stans, OVO, and anybody else who calls themselves one of October's very own losers, I'm going to be serious for a second. What you are all showing and what you have proved is that from Drake to the lowest guy in this group, you are the most pathetic people that have ever been assembled and that have ever gotten together to share a commonality or cause. Because let's just look beyond not liking Kendrick Lamar and trying to frame everything he does within a bad light, because if you don't like somebody, I guess from a certain lens and a certain point of view, that can make sense, especially when Kendrick gets as many wins as he does and you get as many losses, which means that you kind of got to try to skew the reality to create a perspective. Well, now, when you go past that line of making Kendrick just look like a bad rapper or even a liar if you wanted to, and now you are so desperate that, well, you are bringing in entire groups of people and entire countries like India, well, just real and disrespectful hate because you are trying to have a gotcha moment in any way that you can?
Yep.
Shame on you, really. Shame on you. This is so disgusting and
It
just
is.
such a new low, even for Drake, that I can't believe that an artist of this stature is even able to get across something like this, because
I don't know. I be saying the same thing. Like, how does Drake still have fans? He is such a trash as a human being. How does he still have fans? I don't get it.
honestly, in this era that we are in where everybody seems to get mad at controversies very quickly, I don't even know how an artist of this size can even get something off like this. Because in every other instance, when an artist does something clearly outlandish like this, it seems like everybody jumps on him. I don't
Yep.
know how Drake hasn't gotten more backlash for this yet, or how
Exactly. That's what I'm baffled about. How is he able to escape doing all this nonsense time after time after time, again and again and again? How? How many passes y'all gonna give this man until y'all pack him out of here? Like, get him out of here.
he has not gotten canceled in full, because this is genuinely just so disgusting and such garbage behavior that it's not like I'm even gonna sit here and get mad and scream, because it doesn't warrant that. Because when you see something this awful, it's not even like you're mad necessarily, but you're honestly just disappointed in the fact that somebody could be so disgusting. And again, while the Drake stans are gonna try to do some garbage vocal slop to try and get themselves out of this, or try to have another gotcha moment and say that this is all nothing and it's all about Kendrick, it's not. Because if you go online right now and see the conversations being had and see the discussions being held, they are now using this opportunity that Drake has created, where he pretty much said, hey, it's okay to just hate on groups of people from other places, and well, you can make memes about them, generate things about them, because it's all coming back to take down Kendrick Lamar. What I'm seeing right now is, for real people in real places, they are getting a lot of negative attention online for literally no reason other than just because the Drake stans have now been controlled in their hive mind to do so. And that's just some lame stuff, because again, if we're keeping it rap, it's an entire different story. But now the fact that you have used this opportunity to just act like a disgusting human being to other human beings for things that they should never be made fun of for. I mean, the Drake stans really show who they are. And it's honestly so funny, because every time they try to have these conversations with Drake and then Kendrick, they always act like Kendrick's the bad guy. He stands for all these awful things and that, he's the worst thing ever. But at the same time, from Drake himself, whether we go to that arrogant line from Family Matters all the way to here, where we are seeing Drake just literally tell all of his fans to target an entire country of people, all to try and have some weird gotcha moment.
Exactly. And people allow this to happen. I don't know why. He allowed his fans to go and attack these people nonstop. And he approves it by liking their posts to let them know it's okay to do it. I see it. It's okay. Just for like, hey, gotcha. I told you they had a field day with this. They got ahead of the curve. And because Kendrick fans always playing defense, we don't attack anybody first. We always playing defense. Because you're not going to sit around here and talk shit about Kendrick Lamar and thinking he don't have no fans to back him up. No. And they can't stand that. Before the beef, because you can kind of see each fan base kind of mirrors they artists the artist. So Kendrick fan base moves how Kendrick moves. Kendrick is now outside. He popping his shit. So his fans are outside defending him. When he goes back to his hermit, when he goes back in his cave, then maybe we may settle down. You know what I mean? But as long as he's outside, we're gonna be outside. Anyways, y'all, go ahead and comment down below. This video is way too long. Go ahead and comment down below. Let me know. Have y'all seen this? Have y'all been on X? Some of y'all even have X? If y'all don't, be thankful because that app is cancerous. Okay? That app is trash. I try to get my talking points and try to get out of it when I can because sometimes it will suck you in. So please go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about this. What y'all think about the whole account showing the location of where they from? Y'all think that's a good thing or a bad thing? I think they suspend that feature because a lot of people, like I said, politics. It got into politics. It was bad. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for riding with me. And please don't forget to comment and subscribe and like the video. Until next time.